Hi, friends. I feel like I'm like skirting along the edge of sickness. Can you hear it in my voice? Can you hear it in my voice? Um, let's push this button. Hello. Hi. Been thinking about Figaro a lot. I don't really know what to do about it. Still am wavering. I just incapable of making decisions anymore. I feel like I used to be able to make choices. Maybe that's an illusion. But well, let's just get into it. Let's just go over here. Pick some new wallpaper. So it works, right? Like the core conceit is there. It's just not very realized. And so the two, let's call it three, big remaining questions are: one, do we stick with the current hardware approach, right? Which is an ancient Raspberry Pi, or do I continue hurting my own feelings by trying to make it work with this ESP32 and then some coprocessor for MIDI? Grimbone, you actually came to the channel. I thought that you just became friends with the bot now and you didn't really bother watching videos anymore, which is fine. I look at these beautiful stairs. But why did they shoot them at this angle? Maybe they shot them to be like phone wallpaper. Anyway, we're gonna go with this. Okay, question number one, right, is about what is the hardware stack? Advantages of the ESP32 slash MIDI coprocessor nonsense. Are there advantages? Maybe. I mean, like if I really wanted to go hard in that direction, like say, oh yeah, I'm gonna make this into a product. I think I could. A special controller for Souls games? What do you mean? What does that mean? I guess like if there was some weird future where I was gonna make these and sell them to people, the thing that would be nice is if it was a board that you just slotted an ESP32 into. I think the reality of that it's got to be possible, right? Let's just take a moment and look. Let's just take a short moment because like Homespan does the job. It was written by an insane person, but Homespan does the job. The thing we just don't have is like this, right? Like soft host. Does MIDI count as low speed? I don't know. Some mice. We got hard drive. Some stuff works, some stuff not so much. I don't know. This doesn't feel like it just doesn't feel like quite. It's crazy. This is a crazy thing to do, but I don't know. Feels like that's going to be another painful. I'm going to feel pain in my heart if I try it. This exists for sure. Arduino, USB32, host mode. It exists. So it is still under development. I don't think there were any examples for this. I'm still confused what you're saying. Wait. Are you saying you're going to make a Souls-like game? Are you saying you're making like a physical controller? I'm not understanding you. And you have to pay me $26,000 to think about it. Because that's how much a tote bag costs. So Oh, I see. I thought you meant a controller, like you were going to make a device and 3D print it, because you love to 3D print things. Like, it'd be cool if there was any, if there are any examples of this, right? Like, used to be device examples, but I did not see. I missed this. Like USB host mode examples. I clicked the wrong button. We want like libraries. USB. There's USB library. But like, it's just the USB library. But that's all this is. And the USB. I just don't think it's really there. I mean, so like, if it seems not impossible. I don't know. Is on the go mode. Wait, you turn the what? Do what? A Bambalob printer. What is that? What even is it? It's $1,500 printer. I don't know anything about this. Are they good? I mean, they have pretty. The site's pretty. This is pretty. Do I need one of these? Get me one of these. What do I want? Do I want an X1 series? Really? It seems very expensive. I thought everybody loved just making their own, what's its faces? The V word. What's that one? What's that word? A Voron printer? Well, this printer's only $20. Look at that. This is cute. This is cute. This seems not. Is this not good enough though? Because it's not expensive enough. Yeah, Voron. Why is the pre-order of this only? Okay, there we go. You have to pay $20 to order it? Is that what we're doing? So you could buy this right now. But the C. Is this cool? Get one of these. How do I get money, man? Wait, is that that's the only difference between? So you don't get the cool enclosure with this one, and you don't get the hat. Get a double the price for the hat. Grimbone, how do I get money? No clothes or hat. It's a naked man. Is this weird? I mean, doesn't this seem like they talk about USB host mode as being possible, right? That's a true statement that I just made, I think. I don't know. I don't know. ChatGPT. I literally did. I asked ChatGPT how to make money, and the ChatGPT was like, build a community. And here's my community. It's you, Grimbone. You're in my community, and so give me money. With the price of one tote bag, I could buy. Are you the best part of the community? You're one of the top 100 members of my community. It's true. I would say that without reservation. Top 50 even. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. It's possible. It's possible. But it also seems impossible. USB as host examples. What? Docs say USB host mode. I mean, is it just, that's all they added was just like, hey, this is still under development, and that was a year ago. So that's cool. That's all it is. It's just like, I can't. Sorry. I mean, right now, everybody watching this stream, you're the best. You're my favorite. There's a byte from the serial port, sends a keystroke back. So I kind of want to get back to that insane project I was doing last year for a while, where it was like, would let me type on my iPad. That was very dumb, but for the Leonardo and Micro, no, dude, this is just not it. I mean, it's a bummer that that's the answer. Is like, yeah, it's not done. Doesn't work. Can't do it, man. But that seems to be. And then I'm fairly certain, and probably for this very reason, is that the Arduino Tiny USB library only allows for hosting, yeah. So I don't know, it all sucks, man. Or, you know, the other answer is you just don't use the Arduino land and you've got to get into like real ESP32 programming. But then you don't get a home span. So I don't know. I think the answer is no to this. I keep wavering on it, thinking like, oh, there's got to be a way. And there does got to be a way. It's just, I don't want to invent it. Like, that's not the part of the project I'm interested in. And so this will be the cute prototype, whatever. And it can learn to be cooler later. So then the question is kind of, do we add audio to this thing? And I think so. I think I decided to do that just to make it a more interesting object. It makes the project more obnoxious, for sure. So I think I did overlay FS this. Oh. Would you like it to be enabled? No. Yes. Okay. So, what if, just what if, maintenance. Wait, are you going to tell me that I can't use this today? That'd be pretty weird. Okay. Figaro. I have kind of a new thought on how I might want to approach this. This is not normally how I approach a new object, and I think I suffer for it. So I kind of want to just think about a different way of designing this. So let's say we start out by saying it's a 3x5. It's, yeah, I mean, all the online stuff is annoying, but there's other CAD, like open source CAD tools you could use, I guess. So what I think I want to do, I really don't know. Like, what's the actual, you know, like, what's the recommended way to do this? Like, what really is the, I guess I could make all these new components. Let's just think about it. Okay, we had a new component. This component is called the face. And the way I like to draw, did I do something weird? Like I made a sketch here. Yeah, just get rid of it. Okay, in the face, you know, and then we do something. Like a little 3x5 buddy. And then say we did a little 1/4 inch radius. And then this became whatever the thickness of our stock was. What are you doing? That's probably thicker than really we want it. That seems like a lot, but so it's so thick. Why is it so thick? It seems extra thick. But I guess that's right. That's just too tiny. It's probably too small, realistically. So, you know, that looks silly for sure. 3x5 is just too small, right? But 5x8 would be really big. I don't know. But, you know, so that'd be one thing. And then you would do a new component that was like leg. And then, I don't know, I'm already wondering if I like this, this approach, but let's go with it, see how we do. It'd be easy to wrap my head around. So that's the radius. I think circumscribed would be. Wait, no. What's the opposite of that? Inscribed. I think that would be easier to wrap my head around. Or would it? I don't know, is that even harder to wrap my little brain pan around? I know, I mean, I won't. Okay, we'll uninchify it. You happy? It's gonna be 100 millimeters by 150. How's that suit you? Where's my... Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, I endeavor only to do things that are good for you. The number one viewer. I mean, I feel like neither one of these are really great, but so what I care about is the height, the overall height of this. You know, not really, that radius is not really that meaningful to me. Like, what would happen if I dimensioned this like this and said I wanted this to be 100 millimeters? It keeps the... Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's change the document. Change this. How do you like that? 100 millimeters, huh? Let's radius these a little bit. That's a lot. So, what's a good radius then? A quarter, like 6 millimeters? It's 25.4 millimeters is the inch. So if I was doing a quarter inch, it'd be roughly 6 mil. Seems like too little. Where'd that go? Where's the it's cotangent. Where do you set the here? These were 8. Oh, that ruined everything. Let's do that. I feel like 8 is kind of normally the equivalent. Yeah, I know. It's good. Okay, and then 7 inches. Oof. Okay, I gotta cheat this a little bit. If I do 0.7 inches, will it just show me that in millimeters, or will it still say... No, it'll still say 0.7 inches. Let's call it roughly half an inch. Okay, so we got that. Let's go back here, just to make you happy. Let's, so what do? We can activate this, we can edit this sketch, and we're gonna say this is 100 mil, and this is, I don't know, 50? No, it's just too thick. Just too thick. You know, and then I want to make a box, I guess. I don't really know if this is the right way to do this. Like an assembly of wooden parts that you would maybe like cut on a CNC and then, you know, hook them together. I don't know, actually. Like, what's the, what's the right answer? Anyway, so we'd maybe want to make like a captive box. And actually, we probably want some margin on the side, and then there'll be some thickness. And it's just hard. It's actually hard for me to conceptualize this like this. It's and I don't know that I think it's more correct. I think it saves a step, like a fabrication step, kind of. So like the back of the box, for example, and we're probably going to want some parametric stuff going on, right? So how do we do that? Parameters, because we need to know the stock thickness. vandals. Made a new user parameter that was stock thickness. Call it 12 for now, but who even knows? So then we go back to this and just make these stock thickness and stock thickness. So now we can edit that as needed. So that's the face, etc., etc. So now the back, like we want some kind of margin. So we want like a face margin. Right? Face margin. I don't actually know about if this is a good idea or not. Let's try it. So we're going to be here. Let's turn these off for the moment. And so if I want like the back to be captive, right? The back needs to be the face width. Well, we don't have that parametric, so that's fun. I mean, I kind of want to try to make the box where it's all generated off the face, I guess is my goal here. So if we had like face width, what did we say that was? 150? We have face height. And so that was 100. We would know that this needs to be the following size. Face width minus 2 times face margin minus 2 times the stock thickness, which that doesn't seem right at all. Or maybe it is. It's 48. Yeah, I guess it is right. And then this would be a very similar formula, right? It's going to be, oopsie, it's going to be the same thing, but it's going to be the height. So that makes that very tiny. That makes the interior body of this like 2 inches. So that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. Okay, so let's do a few things. One, let's go back to the face. I've never tried this particular approach. Maybe it's a terrible approach. Face width. I mean, probably the more intelligent thing to do would have been to like base this on the interior cavity instead, where that's the thing that I'm really controlling, and then derive everything outward from there. That would have been probably a smarter thing to do, but it's too late. It's not really too late, but it's too late. So, like, what realistically are we thinking for the interior of this thing? Like, absolute minimum would be something like absolute minimum, call it. God, even that would be tight. Depends on, maybe look at some right angle connectors and all that stupid stuff. I don't know, 80 by... like 80 by 120, if we're going with that. That like half again ratio. And so what are we at currently? A very silly number, right? We're at a joke number. But how did we end up 2-to-1 here? Wait, what did I... That's the face height minus 2 times the face margin times 2 times the socket thickness. That's for a totally captive back. That is face width. Okay, so I mean, face height, if we want to get that up to 180, needs to be, let's call it 125. That gets a 77 in there. And then what did I say for the width? Like 120. Face width 175. Like that would be quite cramped in there. Oh no. So the like the things I'm fighting against are, one, like, you know, obviously I have to contend with the thickness of the stock that I build the box out of, right? And then because I want the face radiused, but I don't want to deal with radiusing the box necessarily, I want a lip on it. I mean, I guess we could see, what would that really look like actually? Plus that thickness. Maybe actually that face radius is more than it really needs to be, though. Well, I don't know, because that stock thickness is basically there, so I don't know. Anyway, let's go through this because I just want to try to do the assembly. Just test this technique. We have so far to go to even get to like building this thing, especially if it's gonna have a speaker in it and all that crap. Phew, boy. Okay, so that's the back. I don't know. I don't. It's just like this. This is the side, I guess. Oh, this is the short side. So the short side needs to just be some like box depth. Yeah, I really shouldn't do it this way. I should. Let's just rethink it. I'm changing my mind. You think I can I delete these, or will it? Yeah, but I shut up. How about that? That's too bad. I was hoping I could just delete it and then have it. So if we said the interior width, we want to be 80. And we said the interior height. This is weird, but this is like looking down into it. No, interior height we want to be 80. Interior width we want to be 120. Not that. Interior depth. Sure, there's like actual sane ways that people do stuff like this, but not 80. Call that 80. And then we said that is how we dimension the back. Right? And leg, we don't care about. And this is going to then be like interior width plus 2 times base margin plus 2 times stock thickness. Right? And then this is going to be a similar kind of thing, but this is going to be interior height. Right? Can I go delete those other? Can I delete this now? Yeah. And maybe that face margin's too much. I'm not entirely sure yet, but so. And then we were going to work on the short side, right? Which needs to be, because it depends on which side captures with which. I guess I'm inclined to say, I don't really want to do that. Oopsie. So we're capturing the bottom, but we want this side to capture the long sides. I think. Let's try it. So to capture the bottom, this needs to be interior depth plus stock thickness. And to capture the sides, this needs to be interior width interior height plus 2 times stock thickness. Does that seem true? Does that seem like a true statement that I've made to you? And then we want to extrude this, whatever we were saying for now. Stock thickness. Okay, so now we have that, and now we need the long side. Is this, I don't know. Is this how people do things? That was the short side, long side. Long side is held captive on this dimension, so it really is just interior width. And this is interior depth plus stock thickness, because it is capturing on the bottom. Okay, and then let's extrude this. So these are our components. So what do we do now? Let's just say, what's the right way to do this? Okay, so if we started with like the back, for example. Do we like create a whole new assembly or like? Creates a new internal external component. Select the type parent, then name the component. For external component, select location. For internal component. So like, does that mean what I think it means? Like, to I see. That's just to create a new component. I see. So like if all of these, and maybe these all should be external components. Maybe they should be. But can you like turn a component into an external component? It might have been a better idea, right? Yeah, because then you could have like a separate layout for things. You would just like make everything. So can you do that? Can you like convert to... Save copy as. We'll create a new fusion design for the individual component. So, what? I could do save copy as in here, base. I see. But that doesn't necessarily... Problem with this, though, this is where you get screwed, because I can only have a certain number of... editable files at once. So, you know, probably they want you to do that when you pay for it, which I screwed up. I didn't buy it. It was on sale. So if I want to create an assembly. I see. Okay, well, what I was hoping to do, basically, it makes a lot more sense to have it externally, actually. Oh, why didn't I buy it? It was on sale. Oh, right, it's because I don't have any money. That's why. Man, that was a good sale. I think I really effed up. Probably should have done that, huh? Midsummer. I'm crying. Sad. This referral link is how much? Not good enough. Man, why didn't I get it? Why didn't I do it? Where did I do it? Okay, anywho. I mean, I could have them all and have them all be read-only or whatever, and then you just have to... It's annoying, right? Because you got to keep messing with them. But this is annoying too, because your file is just going to be a nightmare. You like replace something with a... Okay, anyway, well, the thing that I was trying to do... Did I succeed? Questionable. But... Well, that's not right. I want the... Wait, did I forget to extrude the back? That would be cute. Appears I did. Okay. What I was trying to do is up here in assembly land is grab the back and move it like up here. So this is going to be pretty weird because I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it. So, and then we want short side. And we want to short side. We want to assemble it such that like, do I need to move it first? I guess I could. Like, move it, rotate it, like this. And then I want to create a joint between like the midpoint there and there. Nailed it. Totally nailed it. That didn't work. Okay. Did I miss the midpoint? I want to assemble it. I want a new joint. Midpoint. Cool. That was cool. Cool. Grumbone, did you see that? It was freaking cool. Okay, so we did that. I don't know how we're going to do this top thing, but let's just ignore that for the moment. Then we want long side. And we want to move it. I wasn't really paying attention to how I did that other thing, but well. So a similar thing, joint between here and here, and that should be captive inside that piece, so that's good. And then for these two fellows, we want to... That's a very deep hole. This does not need to be that deep. But if we do this right, then I think that then the parametric power will come into play, right? So, I mean, it might need to be kind of deep though for if we do a speaker in here. How do you mirror? Oh yeah, you. Can I? Well, okay. But the joints are maintained. So like a mirror component? Why would you only mirror? Should it be a body instead? Mirror. That, and then we also want to mirror this object on this, hello? On this plane? Good night. Thanks. This is a very complicated way of making a box. So, okay, now we want to create a joint. What though? From like here, can I just make a joint in the middle of this party? Like I just in the middle of the joint hole? Seems like no. Well, I can't make a... So if component one is face, symbol, yeah, there's just nothing to... I mean, can you do it, like snap it with an offset or something? Or between two faces, or two edge intersection. So component one, if I said, oh, that's the back. So I got the face and I said, hey buddy. And now I want to snap that like between two faces. And I said like, seems weird. Like the faces that it's giving me. So the other is optional. It's like 2 edge intersection. The right way to do this is. I mean, really, that should probably have like some kind of cute little lip under it or something, right? That seems very complicated. How do you do this? Like an as-built joint relative to one another. What with you? What? Compute failed.
We brought levity to each other's lives.
I don't want to join.
More to life than that, and I realized that.
So,
Last few years. And,
you know, like, what are you supposed to do here?
And so we had nothing in common overnight. It's very strange, but that happens.
You can add a joint origin. Okay, so could I like on... this seems weird. Seems like a weird way to do this. But add a joint origin. Like... and then offset in Y by... or sorry, Z by... interior depth plus stock thickness. And then now I can snap the face to that, I guess. The correct way to do things? I'm gonna say probably not. The cool way to do things? Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so that made our little box. Do I like this little box? I don't think so, actually. Like, the captive back, I don't like, turns out. Turns out I don't like it. So, I think that has to go. It's such a funny little box. So, but what should be cool now, in theory, if I did this something approaching correctness, is that we should be able to say like the interior depth, for example, could now be like 60. And we should be able to edit this, and then the whole drawing will do its thing. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. This is all more complicated than it needs to be. There's another design approach to this. Actually, you probably do want some depth though. We didn't add the legs yet. So what I was maybe imagining, I don't know, but maybe, is well, no, I want the whole assembly. Why would that not happen? I want everything. All components. Could not do that. It's funny that I could move that all was maintained. Like their joints are all happy. Maybe that I didn't actually do that right. That like joint origin dude. This guy. Possible that my snap was not correct. How do I know, though? Why? Why did my joint... Select a snap point. So... Why can't I? Where I can snap to nothing? Does that seem weird? Joint origin. I mean, I would have figured I could do that relative to something. What if I go into the sketch and in this sketch add a point to the middle? Like that shouldn't really be necessary. But sometimes Fusion loves to have points places. I feel like this is, I don't know, getting that that feeling of overwroughtness. Why can't I do that, you think? Do I need to okay, is it this? Is this the problem? It's funny that kept my move, but do I need to go into this component, like into the component itself, and create the joint origin here? Oopsie. Revert to position. Let's not have this face on, and let's say, and then this is stock thickness plus interior depth. Uh-oh, it's thinking a little hard. Okay, so now I'm gonna go out here and create a joint between this. No. And this. Okay, we want a joint. We want a joint between the back and the face. That looks right. No, that's not true at all. That's extremely not true. We want it between the joint origin. Where's my joint origin? I see. Okay, we want it between here and the face. But that was not the thing. That was the opposite of what I wanted to happen. That was weird. Okay, let's try this again. I want to snap the face. Is this the right order? I want to snap the face to you. Okay, that seems more correct, right? Captive vac is done. Dumb. It's dumb. Well, right now is the moment. I don't know. This just feels like too complicated. Feels overly complicated. Just make a box. You know, you have to like nail up and glue the sides, and that's all fine. We could add some joinery. Anyway, the thing I was trying to do was once we do this, can we now do this and like just move the whole buddy up? Yeah. And then tilt it like 45 degrees. So that's sort of what I was imagining. And then that the legs would do leg stuff. But now I'm strongly reconsidering and thinking like a simpler think of a simpler construction. That's tough. Like the reason I'm kind of like giving a lot of thought to this is because this is ideally like the foundation of some design language for a lot of projects, and so I want to be thoughtful. I want to be thoughtful about that. You know, I want to be thoughtful about how I. There's a Hammond who makes those. There's another, there's a whole nother route that is just like, get a Hammond enclosure and maybe make a face for it or whatever. Sometimes these enclosures do have the cool wooden sides and whatnot. Or something that's partially 3D printed, or whatever. Ugh. A yellow one. What about yellow enclosure? It's beautiful. I misspelled yellow. I misspelled the word yellow. Oh, Newark. This is hideous. Those are the cool ones with the wooden side. Which is what I was thinking, like, oh, if I built a thing, might just build it like that. It's interesting that those don't have visible fasteners. It seems like a falsehood. Seems false. Gross. Very deep. I don't know. I really don't. I don't have like... This kind of dumb stuff I just get way too caught up on. It's a terrible way to present these all as individual listings. Yeah, I don't know. I know the look I want, like, it's just a little tricky. A little tricky. Okay, well, let's put a pin in that for the moment and then think about the MIDI part of this. So I have this device, it works, I think. A little worried that I have, it's always kind of a question of, did I properly disable overlay? Overlay file system. Do you want it to be enabled? No. Root partition to be write. Boot partition to be write protected. I think no for now. Might have to restart yet again. It's pretty weird that it takes 2 reboots to do that. Guess I get it. Okay, so I've done this before. We did this for the musical chair. Like, yeah, all this crap. How do we, oof. Why is there, I always have weird GitHub stuff there. Musical chair. So, we have this thing. Did I keep any notes at all about how I did anything? Probably not. Sadly. Oh, excuse me. That's kind of funny though. What is this even doing? Is it just... How did I do this? What was I doing? Did I make this just send straight up MIDI? Because then we don't even need that thing. Oh, I did. Oh, smart of me. But how did I do, like... Ugh, that sucks. Like, I don't think I don't know if I kept notes about that anywhere. It's possible it's in... I'd have to look somewhere else. So it would be... here, and it would be... Right, that's the sound font that I like. Did I take notes here? That'd be so good if I did. FluidSynth. Computer setup. Run FluidSynth at startup. Oh, okay, it's actually not that complicated. I don't know. I'm really torn. Like, even if I really want to do this, like, all I'm doing is like adding weeks to this project. You know, there's like, and does that make it better? Versus just finding a way to sort of like wrap up what I already have underway. actually install? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I just realized I put on water for tea like an hour ago. Oops, be right back. Hello there. This button and this button. So I feel like I'm getting sick. It's bad news. So we did all this stuff. So, and then I need to do stuff like what? I need to do this, and I need to do this. I don't want to nano that. What are you doing? I'm just like following my easy instructions. Okay. What do I have to actually change anything here? Or is this after sound target service? I mean, user pi group audio. That seems like maybe a whoopsie. I'm not totally certain about that, but let's go with it. And this, I mean V. So that's kind of interesting. SF3, other options. Oh, I see. Well, I'm gonna leave that. I really can't remember. I mean, I definitely like did stuff. But I don't remember how critical any of it was. We may find this all sounds terrible too. Oopsie. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just leave it for now. And then this does seem important though. So let's do this. So having done these things, I'm trying to do it as minimally as possible. Maybe I didn't need to do the. I don't know. Actually, like the used on group stuff. Honestly, not sure. So how can I do like best FluidSynth? I don't want to do that. I want to. I thought there was a way to just like. Okay, that seems not right. So let's uncomment the ALSA stuff. Not that one. Come on. That rings a bell. How do you do the Does this actually start it? That's weird. Seems like not listening to me. Or is it running like? No. I just truly can't remember. I mean, could be I don't remember how you define the sound font though, you know? Like why isn't it listening to why isn't it using this? Axio, how's it going, buddy? Note on 60 6127. What? FluidSynth note on. Working on that home control MIDI thing, and because I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm making it more complicated than it should be, obviously. How do you, I thought you could just type note on. Am I wrong about this? With like note on, note 60. Do I need a channel? Probably channel, right? Channel 0. I didn't do anything, but okay, let me plug in over here. Weird that it didn't give an error about the sound. Ugh. I don't really expect that to work. I mean, I did a little bit, honestly. FluidSynth command line sound font. Like, is that just an argument that's at the end of it? Do I have to call load, or how do you specify it? There's a load config. This surely, I mean, you'd hope it's loading the proper config, but who can say? How do you? Is that just like the last argument or something? That almost sounds right. Almost. Oh, it played a note. Axio, I played a note. I heard it. You can't hear it, but I heard it. Wow. This is a special moment. Honestly, astonished that That worked on basically the first try. I mean, it was actually the second try, but you know what I mean. Actually, I think I'm getting sick. This is bad. I haven't been sick in so many years. I don't have an immune system. This is a problem. What's going on with my white blood cells? By I don't have an immune system, I mean I specifically take an intense medication every 2 months to suppress my immune system because it's too powerful and it wants to kill me. This tea tastes like really nice shampoo. It's true. I mean, I've aged off the power a little bit because now I'm not like, you know, my intestines aren't actively digesting themselves. But how have you been? What's going on in your world? Okay, we want. So this, I think this works. So then the whole question, and this is complicated and annoying, and I don't actually know how to deal with it. Is we want to be able to from inside our home fridge set up find this. Well, that was not right. That's not exactly what I expected. Okay, let's restart. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Things are probably gonna be okay. I need some money. How do we get money, Axio? What's the get rich quick scheme? I'm ready for it. I'm ready to sell out. I'm ready, whatever it takes. I want $3 million. How do we get there? You, me, $3 million. Make it 6 million. Let's have 3 million each. What's the plan? Lay it on me. Okay, so I wonder if that worked. Yeah. No. Why didn't it? So that's like list. So, do I have anything here? I do. Umbridge Melody. Oh, we're like pointing to this. I can still edit this, I think. Right? I can mess with this? It's a bad name. The AI startup? Man, AI kind of sucks. I don't really like it. I mean, I don't even mean that in like, I don't know, some like Luddite anti-technology thing. I'm just not that into it. David's doing tons of stuff with it. He made like some weird... I was working on a new East Forest music video. It looks really pretty. I don't think I can share it yet, but it's not my jam. I've never liked it. I didn't like it when it was bad, and I don't like it now that it's... I won't even say that it's good. I just say that it gives like better results, I guess. So here's what I want to know is like input. That's a MIDI input. So available MIDI ports, that's the input ports. This is gonna suck. I mean, I could certainly set it up to be a less horrible development environment, but okay, so like get port count. I see. Log info. I mean, we want this. Let's just try this. I think it's gonna be wrong. Well, okay, let's try this. Let's try this with like no anything. Just like the old days, huh? No syntax highlighting, no IntelliSense, no. Oh, it's also Vim. Oh, sorry, it's also just straight up V and not Vim. This is going to be a nightmare. Get ready for this experience. Okay, that's going to be fine. So we want const out. Oh boy, const output equals new MIDI dot output. This is hard. Output. I haven't done this in a while. Output dot get port count for let I equal 0. I is less than. Let's see, const count. Count I plus plus. I do like it not adding brackets for me though. That's nice. Interesting indent strategy it's gone for. I should definitely just connect with Visual Studio. But... So now we want
I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's pretty.
and it's log.info name. Do you think I did that right? What are the chances? No, I know. You're right. I mean, I obviously should do that. Hi, Binary. How's it going? There's no excuse for me to be doing that, except that I've just chosen to. So, that's weird. Under voltage. Oh. Gotta be this MIDI keyboard. That's surprising. I mean, it's got fun LEDs all over it. Okay, let's restart this. I mean, I'm guaranteed to have screwed this up somehow. I've grown weak, and I can't do anything without IntelliSense and syntax highlighting and so on and so forth. It's a joke. Did it work? Wait, did it actually do the thing, or what did we do here? Available MIDI ports 3, but I only see. But is that the input? That would have been available MIDI ports. So this would have been. Feels like that didn't run. Or was that the previous run? Did I? Okay, I did restart it, right? And that should rerun this. I mean, I guess I didn't log any other useful logging. So binary, that the ESP32 stuff is not like HomeSpan. It does the job. It's not going to do the job that I need it to do here. But like for other projects, if you can get around the syntax of a madman, like cable, it does the thing. So for like little HomeKit projects, I think HomeSpan is maybe not bad. So this is weird. It's like we're not running this. What did we do? We got in here. We said this. We didn't log that. I mean, that could be a problem. It doesn't know what to do. What? Why did you? Really struggling with the indent here. Okay. Ports. Oh boy. No. Oh boy. Out. Put. New MIDI.output. Get the output port count. Loop through that. Print the names. I don't know. Maybe it's not seeing that. That would be bad. That would mean we were not in a good state, but. You know what? There's a thing we had to do, right? Didn't we have to do a thing? I don't remember what that thing was at all. Is it just that we have to build it? Maybe that's all it is. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some way that we had to create some relationship between this repository and the plugin. Like there was something about this. Like where it's installed from. Maybe in the end, unfortunately, maybe I like deleted this, installed it from GitHub, and we don't have the weird one. I mean, I feel like, yeah, that ESP32 home span, make a little switch for Bash. Sounds not unreasonable. I think Bash could do it himself. Okay. MIDI output ports. So that's kind of what I was afraid of, that the fluid port. But that's kind of good news, right? So what this means in theory, right, is that synth input port, which is a MIDI output port. So that would be 0, 1, 2, 3. So that would be port 3. So we could do a thing, and I'm going to continue to type, like write this in V because somehow it's weirdly nostalgic for me. Although, I don't know. I feel like even from the start I was using Vim, honestly. I'd use V occasionally, but... Okay, so... What do we want to do? We want to basically say... How do you do this? Open... Output, open port. We'll just hard code it at 3. This is probably the thing you'd want. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. Output dot open port 3. So weird that that's... So... Can we just pass the message right through? Like... That would be kind of cool, right? If we could just say that in the MIDI, in here, when we get the message, isn't the message is just, I think we can. I think in here, we can say like, can we see like if the output is open or something? You know, like output is open or some. Well, that's weird. Get port count, open port, close port. Is port open? So we could do something like in here. That's kind of interesting because you could do a few things with this, but for now, let's just say if output is port open. Oh boy. That's a method. If output is port open, then output dot send message. I just give it the message. That's what I really want to do. Oops. Uh-oh. My like terminal out of sync. Can I just do this? That's all I want. Okay, then do this and then try to build it. Give me flashbacks here. Should at least install them if I'm going to do this, but all this, like the takeaway from all this is like, I just want a laser cutter also. I just want a little shop. I want a shop. I want a laser cutter. Like, what do people like Glowforge? Like 2023 Glowforge alternative. I know I can get something from China. Oh, I forgot about this thing. Totally forgot about the Muse. Okay. So okay, that was a Hey Siri stream. Problem is I don't know if we're actually relaying, but let's try it. So I'll plug in over here. Ugh, that sounded terrible. Okay, it does work. I mean, lots of people do that. I mean, actually, more often people buy laser engravers and turn them into plotters, I think, because there's lots of cheap ones. But I definitely need something with some, I want to cut plastic and I want to not immediately die from the fumes. So cute. That would be kind of amazing. I think that's an incredible art installation you've just conceptualized. These are the ones you can get that are like, this company imports them and then makes sure they're not going to kill you, I guess. So it's a bit more than just getting it straight from China, but Yeah, so the idea that you would be receiving a tattoo while simultaneously having tattoo laser removal. I like it. Cute. I just want a big shop, man. That's all. That's not a real alternative. What are you doing? I think they just want more affiliate links. Just putting in as many things as possible. So I did forget about these. Why does this look exactly like Amazon? What? Why does this? Is it because they're using Amazon? That's creeping me out. What? Is this just like some... That's 5Gs. This is so weird. I like it. Extremely temporary tattoos. Removed in real time. I mean, Matter Hackers is the... People like their filament, right? I think people like their... I believe it has a reputation as being very high quality filament. Man, I don't know. Flux laser cutters and engravers. I hadn't heard of Flux. I remember hearing about Muse as an alternative to Glowforge. Oh boy. $5,000 for a 50-watt. Thing is if you get one of those like import ones, this would be like $600. It might kill you. It'll probably kill you. I mean, it's better than a whatever 20, 30, 50,000 Trotec. Is that the one people like? That's 75 watts. There is a delay with the MIDI. Why is Hello Darkness, my old friend, not working? Where do we specify that? Didn't we have a... Here in the settings, right? Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button at all. Okay, come back. Okay, but that was actually kind of comparatively painless, I guess, because I've done it a few times now, but it was not bad. Right. Hello Darkness. Oh, we start with D. Oh wait, that's D, sorry. $62, wait, 60, 61, 62. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. There we go. And then a little slow to respond, sadly. I mean, the match happens immediately. It's just like, God, why is this stuff so bad? I know I shouldn't be surprised. I know I shouldn't be surprised. Why is it so bad? I don't remember how to play the Figaro. Oh. Okay. D, C sharp, D, C sharp, D. C2, 64, 65, 66. Okay, I matched it, but nothing happened. I think I was only changing the color of one light. Okay. And I realized you can't hear this, so this is incredibly uninteresting. Hey Siri, stream. Hey Siri, stream. So, okay, the takeaway there is that we have the ability to, like, feed MIDI to another device as it comes in. Like, I mean, obviously that needs some polishing up. You can continually not find the cable anymore. Hello? Hello? I found it. Okay, yeah, so I'm just as surprised as you are that I was able to do that over there. That's cool. What did we call this thing? Homebridge Melody? Did we actually find it somewhere? Last year project. Where is it? Was that last year or was this year? I can't even keep track of anything. Figaro was the new stuff we were doing. So where is that? Is it here? Shouldn't be. No. Is it here? Shouldn't be. Well, there's a fair amount of stuff in here that shouldn't be here, I think. Where is this? Where is this thing? It's a very short list of places it should be. That's not it. Was I never working on it on this computer? That's a possibility. That'd be a pretty weird thing. Like, was I... Okay, hang on. Like... I don't even know quite how to do this. Let me check Git. Did I have this where it was pushable? That'd be a weird thing for me to do. Whoa, right. We did the cool thing where we could pass the Git credentials down through. Okay. So, this is weird. So how do I get it from the config and all that stuff? Like, I don't know. So what we're... Okay, I'm slightly at a loss of where to start here because I think we want to come over here and let's follow Binary's advice finally and do a remote. How do you do that? Is it here? Remote window. Connect to host with SSH. Connect to MIDI Pi. This must have been what we were doing. Yes. Yes. I'm going to rename it all to Figaro, of course. It's important. VS Code server. Why isn't that already there if we did this before? Because what I think we actually did, if I remember correctly, maybe we worked on it on Vigil. And then tested it there before trying it on the Pi. That kind of sort of sounds correct. Why are you asking this? I already told you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this is the... Oh, why aren't you auto-formatting all this nonsense? Okay. So what's tricky is we need to do something that's like I truly don't remember how we did this. Essentially the definition of the... So melody config. So where is that? So all it is I see. So we could have an array of those. Is that accessory data is a melody config? So that doesn't seem quite right. Because I feel like okay, so if I config right melody, those are the accessories, and then each accessory could have a name and a sequence, but we want like let's just rename this while we're at it. So it's kind of annoying. I don't know if you can have configuration at the platform level. You'd kind of hope so though, right? Like that you could so that's for an accessory though, but where's like our platform, our melody platform? So that's a melody accessory. So can you give platform config? So we would want like, I see, we'd want like melody platform config extends platform config, and then this config would be a melody platform config. Do I have to register that in some way, or just this is enough? Like, do I have to, the melody config is there. I say I want a melody config, but like, is that all it takes? So, can I have a default value? I don't know if I can. What are you mad about? Register platform. You're a constructor. That is a melody config. How do I do this? How do I say I want a platform config? Who's vandalizing me? Why do you show things that don't show the things I search for? Config. It's platform config. I don't want to extend. Why are you like this? Wait, why did you take me here? So for example, this, do I have to do something special? So that constructor of the Vision API, so the constructor of my platform config is a melody platform config, but the API register platform seems to be the problem. Oh my gosh. How do I register this platform? Why? Why do you think? Ugh, I just hate this notion that. I mean, I get that I can make them explicit, but it just seems like Google just loves to just consider things like, you didn't mean that, right? You didn't really mean that. Like, how do you? How do you specify plugin name, platform name, constructor, dynamic? Are you going to type melody platform is not signed with a parameter of platform plugin constructor? Am I missing something really obvious here? Like, what was the name of this? That was this configuration. So this, like, what do we do with this? What do I need to do here? So we need to extend platform config. Oh, and then do we need to, oh, that seems annoying. It's because I don't have a constructor. Shouldn't this be calling super or base? Wait, sorry, that's not the, it's this. So what? And then so we add crap here. This is the class, that's the config, which would be this platform. That's the constructor, and wants the config. This is probably documented somewhere. So this constructor, we want that. Interface. So, okay, so then what does your register platform look like? Why is this different? Register platform. Am I just missing something super duper obvious? So I've given it a name, and then I'm saying that this, like the class that is the platform, which is defined here, which implements, I said static platform plugin, and this is dynamic platform plugin. I don't know if that actually matters. So in here we can say the service and characteristics and platform accessory. But here is this constructor. In this constructor we say the logger, and we say we want the excuse me, iMelody platform config. That's weird. That says it wants a platform register platform, and it wants a platform plugin constructor. There's the accessories. Agreement of type melody platform. Like, where's just the documentation? I don't remember static platform versus dynamic, honestly. Register platform wants a platform plugin constructor. What? I mean, like, but I don't think that's right, because I feel like those other examples we saw did say, yeah, that their config is of that type. So, like, is this a real error, or is this just TypeScript shenanigans? Platform plugin. I'm a static platform plugin. I think it's okay. What am I missing here? I mean, this just extends a platform config. That's it, right? I'm saying I have a Melody platform config that extends platform config. Oh, it's funny though. They have everything as optional. Is that the secret? It's like make everything optional? Weird. Okay. It doesn't feel like a solution, but it feels like it made the squiggly red line go away, right? That's always good. I don't feel very good. I need to eat a whole bunch of curry, I've decided, is the thing that I need to cure me. Okay, so now in config, and this is a little weird. I wonder if there's a way to have like a default. Like, in other words, can I say like port 3 and have that? And then I want to say basically like if but this could be a number, it could be undefined, right? And we really only want to do this stuff if well, we can do that, I guess. And then down here, we're just checking to see if port is open. Seemingly reasonable. And then I guess in here, we just want to say like if config.port is not undefined, then we're going to try to open config.port. What do you think of that? Is that going to work? Seen worse. I forgot to do the thing now. So now we need to build this. I wonder. I don't know what time Bowtie opens though. That's the real problem here. I feel like Bowtie is the only thing that can cure me. They're closed. What time do they open? I don't have time for this. They open at 5. Can I place an order for that time? It means I won't be able to have any curry for an hour. I'm not going to live that long. Sorry. Well, that's a dumb error. How dare you interrupt me with an error so dumb? Can I... You can order ahead. It just feels like green curry is what I need. You know, it's like... It's medicine. And yeah, I shouldn't be buying food. I should be cooking at home, but... It's medicinal curry, so... So I want to order... Today... Oh my god, 5:45. That can't be right. Problem is, if you do, this restaurant is really bad about like telling you when it's ready. So I guess let's wait until they are actually open. Oh no, Binary, you're just like, I don't know what I think about these life hacks of yours. Like first the matcha, now the coffee. When are you gonna? My little sister just takes caffeine pills that she buys at the dollar store. We need to cut out the middleman. Cut out all the middlemans. And so is this gonna work? Probably should have logged something like, hey, trying to do a thing here. No doughs and apples, huh? That doesn't sound like the worst combination. Okay, so that was 3. Did I open that? I mean, I probably should have logged that I was, in fact, opening the port. Let's try it. I'll plug this in here and hurt my ears. Blah. Okay. Hey Siri, stream. Okay, so this works reasonably well. There's definitely some lag. It's a Raspberry Pi 2. It's not good. I did have some other stuff in here that may or may not help with performance. We did do some stuff, actually. Let's try it. I guess we'll just try it. There were various other people that had used Pi Zeros and synths, and if I remember at the time, I just kind of like took the synthesized what seemed to be the best audio settings at the time. So I think audio priority was a thing. We did this. And then didn't really do anything in here. I think that's okay. And then I don't even know what most of these things. Gain I'm a little worried about because I think it's going to break my eardrums. I think that's what I think G is gain. But let's try this. I love FluidSynth. I think it's cool. It's on that short list of software that I think is good. It's a very exclusive club. C3Z444. Yeah, some of those were definitely performance and latency things. Truly do not remember. Okay. And I currently have something really ridiculous. I don't know if I can quite pull this over to show you this nonsense I have going on. Not quite. I have an old RGB LED with a big diffuser on it that's cute, and I was thinking of using that because, okay, we've decided that this thing has audio now. I think we've decided that. Can I do this safely? Okay, this is a good look. This is what you want the project to look like. Yeah. Anyway, just I didn't want to mess with. Oh, good heavens! That's a good cat. I almost spilled tea everywhere. I mean, I did spill tea, but it could have been worse. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the tea and I'll be right back. Excuse me. That was the wrong button. Okay, so that appears to have rebooted. My headphones are still plugged in there. Oh, that latency is definitely better. Okay, that's good. So I can try a little. I don't know how to let you hear this. I mean, it's not that exciting. If I turn that headphone backwards and I lean in like this, can you hear? No, it doesn't break the noise gate. Anyway, it's a piano. You've heard it. But that means this device can have audio. So it's really down to like the design language of the enclosure and the fabrication. And then also the stupid problem with speakers. There's a dumb thing about like DIY speaker stuff is by the time you buy a speaker, like the component and an amplifier, it costs as much as just like buying a cheap, crappy USB speaker. It's a pretty weird thing. I wonder if I have any. I might have like very toy-like speakers. I don't think I have speakers of any reasonable size or quality. And I don't know, I might have whatever it is, an LM386 op amp you can use to amplify audio, but I think there's better ones. Definitely not an audio amplification expert. It really is a thing that almost every time I just decide like, let's just try to. It is kind of a weird thing. Like, yeah. I mean, I get it. There's always an economy of scale with like buying makery kinds of things, but somehow it feels like audio stuff is, I don't know, it's like the worst place to be. So I have some truly terrible looking speakers. That's got to be high quality. It's possible that I have some LM386. What's the plural of an LM386? Thought I had some more recently, but So I would like this thing to sound okay. Wait, what do you mean by that? Separate video processor and amplifier? Yeah, like a receiver, or what do you? Oh yeah. Um. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, the issue is like, I mean, it's also a question of like where you're getting stuff. I want, I was looking at stuff like this. Like, it feels dumb to buy a speaker ever because there's so many items in the trash that have speakers. There's stuff like this. I think I'm okay with mono. There's not really a reason for this to be stereo. Oopsie. Oh, these are cute. It's that same company again. That is a funny thing too, though. Sometimes you have to pay more for for fewer features. So you can have like discrete fancy pants components for everything. Man, I need to just like dig a speaker out of something. I just don't have much stuff like that. I don't have like personal electronic scrap. There's nothing really in the neighborhood I could get easily. So this is where I get to the point where it's like, okay, this feels kind of pointless. Like I could buy a speaker for too much money and then buy an audio amplifier, probably also for too much money. Or I could just buy like some dumb USB speaker and take it apart or something like that, you know? We did for the musical chair, we had the same issues. So I don't know. What if you go to like, what do robot people suggest? What if I want my robot to yell? Just out of curiosity. Nothing. Well, I misspelled speaker somehow. I wrote spiker. 3-watt 8-ohm. Yeah, these little things. I kind of like it to be round. Maybe that's silly, but you know, kind of. Adafruit, of course, has some. Of course, costs too much and requires shipping and all that stuff. Look at these. What's going on here? Cute. Cool. Cool. Well, that's interesting. Oh, pixels, 8 channels from the... Okay, we're just getting distracted. So... Forgot what I was doing. Speaker. I mean, if I could, this $2 speaker costs $6 on Amazon, of course. I just don't want to buy stuff like this. And then even if you have it, oh, I have this dumb thing. Great. Also, it's kind of weird to me that it seems to be sort of rare to have like just a kit that has amplification and has a speaker. Seem weird. So I don't know. I was looking at this a bit yesterday, just getting annoyed by it, like I do every time. Not really what I'm looking for here. There's this kind of thing. Not great reviews. Not crazy about these speakers. It's one of those things where I wonder, like, the reviews for people who weren't using it right. It is at least 5 volts. A PAM 8403 amplifier. Class D. Another option is just run audio out from it, I guess. But I mean, honestly, as silly as it may seem, one of the things that I am really thinking about with this is the speaker as like part of the design, you know, the visual design. Well, these are just cute as heck. Why, same amplifier. I mean, literally the same, right? Why does this one have better reviews? Slightly cheaper, and it has round speakers. 4-ohm 3-watt speakers. I get bigger speakers too for just pennies more. That's like 2 inches across. Not really big. I mean, I could. So the idea, though, is sort of like I want the enclosure. Just in thinking about the enclosure, I like the idea of a speaker grill as a design element, and that's maybe a silly motivation, but I kind of like it. I don't know, being it's a self-contained art object that can make noise. But I see what you're saying. Like this could be a separate thing, like another thing. Just so little. Why such a little speaker? I would pay another $1 if they would give me another inch. Pay $2 more. How's that sound? Literally no reason to do this. Why would you do this? So this really does look like the same board. Same board every time, right? So let's say I got this. Will someone sell me a $5 speaker? I mean, I guess I get the Adafruit speaker at that point, right? So, interesting. 2 watts per channel for a 4-ohm speaker. This is weird. Amazon's so weird about stuff like this. I mean, Amazon is, you know, it's Amazon, but this is the thing I would kind of like to have a go-to for. It's certainly not that expensive, but like, what about? Also, I don't need 100 of them. Kind of liked it with the little knob there, though, the knobby one. LM386 is what I've built in the past. It's not very good. There are little hats. I mean, that's what I did for the beatbox. I just built a little amplifier circuit with a LM386, some random speaker I pulled out of something, and it was not very good. That's kind of interesting. But that's more annoying than I really want. That's that Pam, that same. Two 5-watt. No, I don't know. I really don't know. So indecisive. LM4862. Isn't it better to use like fancy? What's it take? Why did this come up? Well, I'm not paying $10 for that IC. You would just think it actually feels surprising to me that, because like DIY audio stuff, I don't know, just that feels like a little bit untapped. Like DeGraw here, they're the only ones that get it, right? They're the only ones that get it, that get what I want. These people, they kind of get it. And maybe this is adequate, really. It's just a little tinier than I wanted, you know? It's really tiny. It's just 2 inches wide. A 2-inch diameter. I mean, we never did decide how big how big anything is. I guess like That would be like the on the face design, like on the faceplate. Ugh, can I be able to do this like in not crazy move around mode? Why is this? How do you reset positions? Okay. Can I go in here and be where I want to be? Oops. But can I find the midpoint of view? What was that? Edge to edge, so what the circle would be 52.6 millimeter. It's kind of small. Oh, my mistake. Well, it can't go there. That's funny. That margin, okay, we don't need that much margin. That's one thing we've learned, right? So this, the face margin, I don't know if I'm gonna go with this design at all, but it could probably be much smaller. So maybe what we want to do is like align one side of this to like, how do I really want to do this? I guess it's just sort of a, can I make this go here? Or like, no, I would need a vertical line, I guess, to do that. How do I want to do it? I mean, real simple answer is that, I guess. Or I guess I know this width and 1/2 width diameter would be there, and that would be. Still looks very deep. How deep's the, it's like 28, so more than half of that, but presumably that would be okay. So I don't know if the footprint of this really works, but I think, I don't know, maybe that's not too bad. No, I want the whole friend. We do the whole friend. I don't know about this design, honestly. And not that this would be a full big hole, but I don't know. It is a nice birdhouse. I'm your only friend, I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend, but really I'm not actually your friend. Kind of weird that I can see the sketch there. Build a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. So, you know, I made it as a silly box. It's an overly complicated box for sure. Just haven't decided. You know, that's the thing I've been thinking about for a long time is like this thing I keep talking about, like this. I'm gonna find it. It's time for a Pinterest deep dive. Oh, it's kind of cute. Look at that thing. Do love these metal. I mean, is that is the real answer here that I need a sheet metal break? And I just need to like make cool sheet metal enclosures. Materials I have available to me without new equipment and processes. I have 3D printer, access to a CNC router, wood shop, all that kind of stuff. That's kind of cool. It's like they just routed out a cute little block. I still really like this language. But it's so, you know, I guess the thing I'm trying to avoid is minimalism to the point of anonymity, where it's like, which is one of the reasons I'm drawn to having a speaker grill on it, honestly. Just so it's not just, it's just a box. So it's not just a box. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Like I want, you know, it's that challenging thing of like, I want an aesthetic that I like and feel good about, that is some balance of like mid-century modern and Scandinavian toys and minimalist 3D art and with some like vintage industrial design. And I want fabrication processes that are, I know. I mean, I'm working on it. I'm stumbling a lot in trying to decide like what's the material language and like what realistically with like tools I have available or tools that are within reach, like what's the right approach? Like is metal in this language, for example? I believe I can mill aluminum on the Onefinity. I think I could do some thin cuts. I don't think I'm going to be like getting nice pockets, things like that. I mean, there's something to that, right? Like the reality is like, I'm not going to find the language in my head, right? And I'm not going to find it on the first try. So the key here is to just make stuff and hone it, I think. But I keep kind of wavering on what is the... Like, I was imagining something in this realm. Simple speaker grill and some visual indicator, right? That looks like a NeoPixel ring. That's something I was thinking about. We did that NeoPixel like button stuff a couple years ago. I mean, the plywood is extremely available to me, and I have almost an infinite supply because my friend has a fabrication shop and they use a lot of really nice Baltic birch. And I'm always stealing all the cutoffs. So I have a fun box here that is just like lots of lots of nice Baltic birch scrap. And so that makes a lot of sense to me. One, like I understand plywood and I can work with plywood and I have access to plywood, you know, so all that, these are all reasons that um, I'm pretty sure plywood is the core of this, like Baltic birch plywood. Lamination, yeah, we did. I think I gave it away. I don't even know if I should probably didn't even really take pictures of it. I did do, Sean had some laminate, some nice yellow laminate. I can't believe I didn't document this. I like built a joystick and then did nothing with it because it was just kind of a prototype for them for a project. I don't think I ever got money back for that either, now that I mention it. Let me find it and drop it in Discord. I mean, it was just kind of a fun thing that was supposed to lead to a project, and then the project didn't happen. But I think it was in the fall sometime. But yes, and actually, the really big takeaway from it, and the coolest part in some ways, was the how well the CNC did with it. Like really, really a nice job. Like once you have the, and it was actually not on plywood in this particular instance. It was on MDF, which MDF mills really nicely on the router I have as far as like pocketing and things like that. Like, let's see, where is that thing? I think it was like even pre-industrial taxidermy. So yeah, for sure. I mean, it really is. It's a good look. It looks very clean. It looks very nice. I'm really having trouble. How am I having such a hard time finding this? Maybe I did it longer ago than I thought, which would be kind of sad. This could be a fool's errand. Okay, I'm gonna keep scrolling a little longer, and then okay, I finally found it. So this is let me throw this in the Discord, and then I'll pull it up on screen. Should have done more with this. Kind of forgot about it, honestly. I have way too many projects going on. So can I send you to Discord easily? But this was like kind of in the realm of the fabrication I'm drawing here. Although that just gave me a funny idea of like don't even close the bottom, because who cares? Just mount all the electronics on the inside of the face. So let me put this in Discord. Maybe I did when I made it. Maybe I did drop it on Discord. I can't remember. But I liked it. I liked the yellow. It was nice. Okay, can you find this thing? Yeah, so this is the bottom is definitely plywood. I think it's not even Baltic birch. I think it's like a relatively nice furniture grade or cabinet grade, but not quite. Yeah, I mean, like wooden kids' toys is definitely in there. So, like this cuts so nicely, and this is a laminate on MDF, but it easily could be on something else. Although on MDF, I can cut MDF so fast. It's kind of amazing how quick these cuts are. Looks very good. Looks very clean. The edges are not the most beautiful thing on earth. Is like kind of the one downside here. They could be dressed up a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's still MDF. You could go through the trouble of like after cutting, running something around the sides, but I'd probably sooner just like try this on MDF. Sorry, on Baltic birch. So that's the construction I was sort of imagining here. Do we even need a back? I don't know. And then I wanted to mount this on little leggies. I didn't finish the leggies. Sorry about that. Leg. We didn't really have a strategy for this, did we? Like, where does this leg go? Okay, so leg. Actually, this is, if I learned how to do this, this would be a smart time to learn something. So on leg, in this sketch, if we were clever fellows, we would maybe do something like a point, I don't know, like there. Wait, what is that point? Oh, that's the radius. Why am I... There we go. Okay. And then put, I don't know, put a hole here. Okay, and then on our leg extrusion, we just don't do this. And then we would need a point on the side to fasten to, like a joint point. Maybe dead center on the side body. So on short side, in its sketch, kind of confused by what I'm looking at here. That's the short side, so it would be here. I mean, maybe that's good enough, actually. So, So, I'm not really sure quite what I'm doing ever, but the idea would kind of be that we want to create a joint basically there and there. But I want to be able to rotate. So it shouldn't be a rigid connection, right? It should be a... Well, that's not really what we were going for. It also doesn't look quite aligned properly, so I think I didn't do it right. Let's try that again. So we wanted a symbol, a joint. I think I need to be like here, actually, to here. That seemed more correct. And then the nature of this joint, though, is like... But I need limits on it. That didn't really work. Why didn't that work? Why did my... Okay, I obviously don't know what I'm doing, but I want you to be... Can you just be here? Okay, so 270 minus 45. How about that? Okay, that's kind of what I was going for. And then we'd want to mirror that. It's kind of weird to do the mirroring after doing assembly. Well, I guess that's how we did it everywhere. So then we would create and we would mirror this along. Can everybody get out of my way? There. Well, you could be a new body, it's fine. Okay, now can we just... I'm sure there was a better way to do that. It's quite certain, but it's okay. Oh, now can we... It's you. That's funny though. Why did you choose to do... Why did you choose to unrotate the legs? Well, now you look like some kind of very sad duck. What if that's like a, that doesn't really seem right. Is negative 45 not where I want to be? 270 minus 45. What are you doing, you weird duck? I guess that must be the case, right? That this is a oh boy. Well, like, can I? Okay, positive. Once again, there's a more appropriate way to do this. No, that was wrong. I want to move the whole component. But no, not everybody though. How do you do this? I want this to be fixed at the place that makes sense for me to be fixed. All right. Like, why aren't you resting at the place you want to be resting at? Okay, I gotta go grab something and I'll be right back. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so what do we... was very kindly brought some emergency Tomka soup. Feel better already. Sorry if you can hear me slurping. Okay, what's wrong with this stupid birdhouse? Like... That does seem like the default rest location I wanted, right? Like, so we had this, we attached these here, which looks to be extraordinarily wrong, right? So that would be 90 degrees, which is still not enough. So we want a negative 135. Like that's fine, but I want the, you know, I want it to sit on the floor. So is that the appropriate thing to do? Is the appropriate thing to do make these 180 and call that done? Like, say we're done here? I'd like to be able to rigidly attach those to the ground. So, seems like there has to be a way to say, like, hey, can you just leave this on the ground, please? Anyway, can I just do something dumb like this at this point? This, not pick the leg, just rotate this whole business. Is it going to rotate? Oh boy. What if I rotate it like at the joint, or how do you do this? It's a pretty good tank. What is the right way to do this? Like, once you've established these relationships, how can I want to just grab that little flag? Can I? Can you just let me grab the flag? The thing is, though, is I want, like, I think I can't do this. You know, I think it needs to be like that whole assembly as a component. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not even trying to do it for real. I just want to look at it for a second. Can I just look at this? Can I rotate you? Can I take this component and why would you do that? Okay. 135, right? No. Whatever it is. Plus 45. No. What is it? It's 270 minus 45. It's this. So from this point, I think I can do this. It's very silly, but I think I can just grab this and do this. No, of course not. Of course not. Why have you done this? there like a way to do something involving joints that doesn't destroy every single thing? Do I need to like... I mean, the thing is, it almost looks like I should be able to grab that little flag, right? And do flag stuff. Kind of looks like that. I mean, I can... Okay, you know what? I don't care. It's just... okay. Well... Will it let you do that stuff in here? No. Let's select everything. Give me every single thing. Well, you know, it's flying now. You know, that was the thing I was kind of imagining. I don't like it. It's trying too hard. Okay, excuse me. Be right back. I don't know what you eat on stream. I don't know that I've ever eaten on stream. But, you know, this is medicinal soup, so have to. Sorry about it. Medicinal tonka. Can you hear me chewing? That costs extra. Sorry. Oh no, can you hear me chewing on Discord? Cute. I mean, that's perfect. Exactly right. That's exactly what we want. So what are we doing here? What's the right material? What's the right... Be kind of cool to do in metal. Like, just to get that process down, would be pretty cool. Why is everything so hard? Kind of like this idea of like a weird little thing on a stand. I mean, that's pretty cool. Right now, it's fully independent of the keyboard. I was yesterday looking at like little MIDI keyboards that I could like take apart. but I want to be able to plug in like my full size piano and this little keyboard and so on and so forth. So for the moment, keyboard is not incorporated. But there was that, let's see, who found that? This little iRig. Maybe Life is Yours found it. Some old, like, you can find them cheap from, what's that site? Sounds? Reverb. This kind of thing. So I can imagine a version with built-in keyboard, but I don't know, like definitely in a place with a lot of my projects right now where it's like more ideas is not helping me get them done. And I need to just like start getting things done. And so I'm interested in that. I was also looking into maybe 3D printing them or whatever, but kind of like these things with their little fancy feet. Lots of fancy feet here. Okay, it's after 5 now, so I should have placed that order already. I'll place the order. Okay, so I mean, this is all like too equipment-y, right? I want to get back to like, it's a music tech I think we were looking at. I mean, I was thinking of that too. I do have the, you know, I have my rack project that is still also unfinished. I mean, this is cute as hell. Look at that little thing. It's not real, but it's cute as hell. All right, bow tie. We're gonna order some Thai food from Bow Tie. I'm thinking we need a medicinal green curry. We're gonna need lots of extra rice. We got double rice. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it truly is just like an annoying kind of indecisiveness that is not serving me in any way. I want it to be an interesting object that looks interesting in a video, because that's probably how people are going to see this. In a YouTube short. When I become a YouTube short sensation, it just has to be an object that looks interesting. So we're thinking, yeah, green curry. They raised their prices, sadly. I'm sorry to tell everybody, Bow Tie finally did raise their prices. Still cheaper than what's the other place? Red Onion. Red Onion Thai, better food, more expensive. Okay. We're ordering. Pickup ASAP. Green curry, vegetables and tofu. Let's do it. Let's do this. Convenience fee? I'm picking it up. Wait, why is there a convenience fee? Well, now I'm angry. Has there always been a convenience fee? I should just call them and order it so I don't have to pay the convenience fee. Okay, for future reference, never using this app ever again. Also, because the worst part of this app is they just don't tell you when the food is ready. It says right here, it says you will receive order status updates. I think that isn't true. I have found that to be not a true statement in the past. This says estimated ready time 6 p.m. But like, is that real? I mean, I know. That's how they get you, binary. It's that's it. That's the convenience fee. That's cute as hell. Look at that. I mean, I know. I'm paying a convenience fee, so I'm talking on the phone. That's not bad. Wonder how those keys feel. They don't look like they feel very good. But that's kind of cool. It's cute. Like these, okay, yeah, like these people are just building little enclosures that go on top of stuff. Those are clothespins, are adorable. That's doesn't appear to be real. I mean, it says, like, do I believe it when it says that it's ready at 6? Because I don't think I believe it. I think it's gonna be ready sooner. And if I go at 6, my food will be cold. That's what I think. That's my theory. It says it was confirmed. It just says ready ASAP, but like, what's that mean, y'all? Okay, what do we, I don't know what to do, anybody. Like, just so indecisive these days. I think it wants to have a face. Like, in other words, not on the top. I think the tilty leg thing is a bit annoying. I think that's not a terrible idea, where it's just kind of like, it's just designed on the diagonal, kind of. What did they make their faceplate from? Did they just buy a piece of aluminum and drill some holes in it? "3U aluminum front panel." Okay, so that is like racky kind of thing. Now, actually, that's kind of, there's interested in the idea of 16th 5x11. It'd be kind of interesting, like, to buy these at size. I should be able to mill these. I just haven't done it yet. Build a giant rack. I know. I mean, I built my like half scale rack. That's pretty cute. Why am I so indecisive? Why can't I ever decide anything lately? It's like I've lost my ability to make decisions. 5x7. That looks extraordinarily thin. 0.5 millimeter. Although this is 0.6 millimeter, but still super duper thin. It'd be cool to like mill. I'm a little nervous about it though, for real. Do they just not care? Maybe that's the truth. Is it's just like, your food's cold. It's your fault for saying ASAP and then coming 30 minutes later because we told you to come 30 minutes later. Takes a minute to walk down there. It's not far. Why are they going to tell me when my food's ready? I don't know. Okay, so Mr. Nobody that glorifies not making decisions? No, but Mr. Nobody is something from when I was a kid. Wait a minute. Okay, Axel, give me the rundown of this movie. But sorry, Jared Leto. How did I not know about this? But I think about it from. Wait, why does Jared Leto look like this? Mr. Nobody. Is that from like a kid's book? Is that Mr. Nobody? You've triggered a core memory in me. That doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound as good as this Mr. Nobody. But I still think this isn't exactly. I did have Mr. Men. I got them at Arby's. I had some Mr. Men toys, but Mr. Nobody. There's still something else though. What is it? Mr. Nobody. It's a great name. Maybe it is that book. I did that visual is not striking for me, not landing for me though. 1985. I mean, I was 5 years old, so probably. I only knew about Mr. Man from Arby's though. Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody. Why does that? I don't know, man. Definitely not Jared Leto, but that doesn't quite seem. And look how cute that is. Cute. Oh, adorable. Oh, Mr. Nobody. So sad. Mr. Nobody is so sad. Why is everything hard? I guess it would help if I made choices about the speakers, right? So can we just decide that? Can I just decide I'm going to get these? This really wants a thin panel. Like, what's the best plastic to mill? HDPE. That's true. HDPE does mill well. High density polyethylene. That does not look good. I mean, the cuts aren't bad, but like the pocketing, what are you doing in there? We could cut holes through it. You could probably like burnish that with fire. That looks nice. I just get a blowtorch. It's the secret there. Could I get like colors that I liked? Like a good yellow, or I don't know, maybe I don't want. Just trying to think of like a plastic that is reasonable to mill. But I don't know if I really want it to be plastic. Laminate's not bad. I have access to some. I have access, but to like extremely primary colors, not necessarily the palette that I would be aiming for this. Okay, well, I feel like more design constraints is going to help me rather than hurt me. I could imagine some design that's like 3 of these, but in the center is like where an LED is or something, or everything's so complicated all the time. I mean, a lot of the, it's like I'm definitely at a point where it's like some percentage of process and some percentage of aesthetic. I just want a process that I feel confident in, that isn't going to add many weeks to figuring things out or getting materials or getting equipment. Let's get this. And if it sounds totally terrible, we can just turn it. But just want to move forward. I didn't see when it would arrive. Should pay attention to that. Tomorrow. Okay, great. Let's try it. Should have ordered that yesterday, but I didn't see that particular one, oddly enough. So, everybody, what does this look like? I mean, I would really love to just see the thing that I want and just like rip somebody off. That would be great. That would be very convenient. I would agree with that. I mean, I will say, like, face down on a textured bed, you can get really nice plates. I mean, you kind of have to be deliberate about it, So I don't think I'm going to 3D print panels for this because it would take forever. I could, but I have access to, I have a step up from just the 3D printer, right? I have access to the CNC, so it's just like mainly the stuff I've been on it is like thick, thick. Okay, wait a minute. I don't need a thing that opens, but I'm kind of into this weird shape. It has like some weird angles that I wouldn't do on the CNC, but that would be easy enough to cut on a table saw. But I kind of like this, actually. I mean, this form factor, to be clear, not the like the opening suitcase kind of thing, but something vaguely like a little TP with a flat top, and then you just need to cut an angle and either do like a captive top. But this is the best silhouette kind of so far, I think. Even if it really was, I don't know that, I think it could be kind of, yeah, it's one silly angle. And then the bottom's open, which I kind of like for, because it doesn't have to be open, but. Let me think about this thing for a minute. I think there's something to this that I like. I think I would, So let's think about it like this. Kind of want to just... So much easier for me to not do this right. I mean, like, it's so much easier to just like draw it in space in a weird way, but the just to see the profile, like not even really think about like how we build this thing. Just see the profile. I could imagine. I actually prefer to do that from the left if I could. Thanks. The front be that way. Oopsie. Okay, just imagine something like, imagine something shaped like, I don't even know. Like this. There's only one goofball angle, but it's a 45-degree cut. That's easy enough. And then imagine, I know we're using a lot of imagination here, that we then went like this and added obviously much less than that. Like, we did like this, and then continuing to use your imagination. Imagine that we did well, I just said I wanted you do like separate offsets if you do a bi-directional. No. Anyway, try that again. Kind of nice to have an offset though. That doesn't really make sense, I guess. Okay. Anywho, so I'll make this, or I don't know, like this. Oops. And then, was my food ready? How do I know? What's the Amazon order? Where's the food? It just says confirmed, that's all. Okay, and then, you know, one of these. Now, can I do this symmetrically? No. That's too bad. Do that. Guess it would just be like this. We can then mirror that, I guess. Okay, but don't do that. Don't join this. That's a new body. And create mirror view, mirror plane, this. You know what I mean? Something doesn't even need a bottom. Dimensions are like, stock is all very easy. Only thing that's a slight challenge, I guess, is like doing the face operations to this, but that's not that big of a deal. Like, you cut everything on a table saw. You cut these profiles on the CNC because why not? And then it's just a cute little dude, and it has like what? 2 speaker grills and a little I mean, that's probably not realistic for the internals. Maybe it is. Like the footprint of the speakers. Depends on the footprint of the speakers. So speakers are mounted here and have some kind of simple grill element. Maybe there's only one speaker. Or maybe there might only be one speaker. If I go with the really easy route, then we just have this 10mm LED just crammed on top, right? Is that how big that is? Yeah. Oh, what's the right way to do that, actually? Curious. Like, if you say I wanted to do, like, interesting. I just draw this on here. Can. And how tall is a 10mm LED? And if I do this, can I... It's going to be weird. I've never tried this. Can I fill it? I mean, I don't see why I couldn't. This can't be any more than the... Not happy. So that'd be 5mm fillet. So like, I get something vaguely like an LED. It's a very shiny little ball. Little status LED there, and then 2 speakers. I don't really like the 2 speakers, maybe. I don't know. Doesn't need any inputs, doesn't need anything really. Cables come out the back. In fact, I could be so lazy about that. You'd want... My order's ready. They didn't tell me like, hey, we're cooking it, we're gonna do it. Okay, I think we're done for the day. I think there's something about this that I like. I mean, I definitely like the 45-degree thing. I wasn't imagining this little flat top part is something that I just wasn't really considering before, so that's a new consideration, but I kind of like it. 45-degree cuts are very easy cuts. And alternatively, instead of doing this, we do the thing that is like a neopixel circle and a single speaker or something like that, you know? Pretty easy stuff. And then, I don't know, maybe these are painted and this is all wood. Or the inverse. Paint is certainly easier than laminate, and I have a lot more flexibility in terms of colors. Have to figure out like what, you know, can I actually fit stuff in here, because a lot of this internal volume is eaten up by that's a little funny too, because that joinery, a lot of the internal volume is eaten up by what's its face, like stuff, the Raspberry Pi and whatnot. Kind of think it doesn't have a bottom. Kind of think there's even maybe like a little elevated lift here. The cables just come out the back. Just to like get moving on this stuff, you know, like just to get where I'm making things. Like this MDF as an example, like it milled nicely. It took paint really nicely. Well, but I don't think I want to. I mean, I want to like at least start down the path of fabricating these enclosures. I feel pretty good about the materials. I mean, this MDF, painted MDF is actually really nice. Like when you roll it on, it gets a little bit of a texture. I do like it. I mean, almost to the point, I could see these side pieces being made from MDF that is painted, and then the rest is just straight up. What's its face? You know, that stuff. You know, the stuff. The joinery is a little annoying, but not horribly so. I just don't want to put like brad nails in the face and have holes, but go back and fill it, I guess. Okay, I gotta run. Go pick up my food. We made some progress today. We made some discoveries. Actually, the MIDI stuff, which went much more smoothly than I anticipated. I thought that was gonna be a problem. So to end the stream, I'm gonna play music you can't hear. I just played Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. Okay. I don't know what to do. I mean, thumbnails are hard. You just have like some glowing. Say the nope sign, I guess. That's good enough. Okay, all right. Bye, friends. I will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Actually, did this work? Let's try it. Credits. It did. Grimbone, Axio, Binary C. Thank you so much for stopping by. I think there's something to this, and I think it'll be cute, and I think it'll look pretty good. And biggest question in my mind is the lighting. The single LED is definitely easier with Raspberry Pi than driving NeoPixels. We could figure it out. It just seems obnoxious. And it's just a question of like what level of obnoxiousness I'm willing to deal with. But that's all. Okay. All right. You're the best. Goodbye, everybody.